And since I'm on video, since I got a couple minutes left, I figured I'd share something that is very dear to my heart, something I'm passionate about, and that is veganism. I think it's so important. I think going vegan is one of the most important decisions you can make in your life. But before I get into that, I want to share a quote with you. And I love this quote. It's by Gandhi, and he says, "Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony." So when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony, you've got happiness. A pretty good equation, right? Well, how does that relate in terms of our incongruencies? Where are we incongruent in our lives? I think the biggest incongruency occurs in our food choices. Every day we have 3 meals with some snacks thrown in there, and this incongruency occurs with our actions. Okay, so our actions are our food choices. Let's take a look at what our thoughts and our words are. We think we love animals and we say we love animals, right? We've got the pets to prove it. We've got dogs, we've got cats, we've got guinea pigs. We love these animals. We treat them as family members, we live with them, we feed them, we give them names, they have unique personalities. There's books written on the connections that we have with animals. And a lot of us call ourselves animal lovers. I love animals, right? I'm sure you've heard that before. But if we take a look at the vast majority of animals, not just our pets, if we take a look at the vast majority of animals in our world, we see that this is not the case. The vast majority of animals in our world go to pleasing our taste buds. Okay, and what are these animals' lives like? From the moment these animals are born to the moment they're killed, their lives are filled with suffering and sadness. They're scared, they're nervous, they're lonely, they're sick, they're in pain. It's a terrible life. Many of them never get to feel the earth beneath their feet. They never get to see the sun. They never get to turn around because their cage is too tight. They can barely stand up because their legs are so weak from the diet we feed them and lack of activity. It's a terrible life, and it's really sad to me. And this is a result of our food choices. We may not be treating these animals like this personally, but this is a result of our decisions of what we eat. So we are responsible for these animals and this treatment that goes on. But it's more than just treatment, it's the view that we have of animals. The view that animals are our property and ours to use. So it doesn't matter if what you're buying says it's humanely raised. It doesn't matter if it says it's organic or cage-free or vegetarian. None of that matters because it all goes back to that belief that animals are our property and they're ours to use. And that's a very unconscious and unhealthy view to have. And like I said, that leads to suffering and sadness for these animals. Because for that animal to go through that life, this is all that animal knows. That animal is someone's brother or sister, someone's mother or father, someone's son or daughter, someone's best friend. These animals are capable of that. These animals are capable of feeling, thinking. These animals are aware. They're capable of a wide range of emotions just like us. Just like us, and yet this is what we put them through. What's the moral difference between a cat and a dog and a cow and a pig? There isn't any. There isn't any. But I want to switch gears here for a minute. I want to get into the numbers because the numbers are alarming. Okay, but I want to put things into perspective. World War I and World War II, two of the biggest, most violent wars ever fought combined total number of deaths. From World War I and World War II, over a 10-year period, military and civilian, 75 million deaths. 75 million deaths over that 10-year period. And yet, how long do you think it takes for that many animals to be killed to please our taste buds? How long do you think that takes? 5 years, 5 months, 5 weeks, 5 days? It's actually less than 12 hours. In less than 12 hours, more than 75 million animals are killed for this reason. More than 162 million animals are killed every day for this reason, to please our taste buds. But it's more than just the killing that's upsetting and sad. It's like I said, it's the entire lives of these animals that go through this suffering and sadness from the moment they're born till the moment they're killed. What if that was your dog? What if that was your cat? Would you want that to happen? I wouldn't wish that kind of life on my worst enemy. And yet that's what happens to these animals who we say we love. Every year, more than 59 billion animals go through this process. So you have to ask yourself, is it worth it? Is that milk? Is that cheese? Is that burger? Is it really good that makes this process worth it? This suffering and sadness for these animals when it is completely unnecessary. You don't need to eat animal products to be healthy. You don't need to. So you have to ask yourself, is it worth it? I think it's time we start living in congruency with our beliefs and our ethics. I think it's time we start living in harmony with our thoughts, our words, and our actions. If we say we love animals, I think it's time we start acting like we love animals. And what that leads to is happiness. Happiness for us and happiness for the animals.